You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake. Shout out to the Shake Squad and shout out to the Rise community. Shout out to everybody playing NBA 2K25. I want you to have a fun and safe summer. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you guys out there in the city.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Bash. We're reporting live from 2K TV, man. This summer, I want you to get out there, have fun, ball out till you can't ball no more. My one tip is, man, try something new. Promise you you're going to enjoy yourself. Hey, and don't forget, make sure you're out there splashing, all right?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And now the opening lineup for New York. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smooth in at the three. And for the Bucks, they've got Victor Oladipo. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Damian Lillard. And it's Williams in at the center position. And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant, how aware are the players of where they are in the season?
B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything. Like that.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Smooth. Back to Brunson. Here's Smooth. The shot off that time. Milwaukee with the ball. Kuzma, the pass to Oladipo. Good work defensively by Towns. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks.
OG Anunoby.
OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Now Lillard, a real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. The rebound by Bridges. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line. It's been that way for a decade.
It has proven very hard to guard Jalen Brunson without Allen, especially if he's a pressure to score it.
Both free throws good from Brunson. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Here's Anunoby. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Here's Smooth. Defended by Kuzma. The three is up. Smooth. Shot is good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Bucks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Anunoby against Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to Brunson. Pass to Smooth. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Bucks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
And they played with great energy all the way through. Just fell a little bit short.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. Reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
2 points. That one goes.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Lillard against Brunson. Lillard passes to Kuzma. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up.
Then you know that Kyle Kuzma has three-point range, boy, and he's got the green light.
Pass to Smooth. Puts up a three. Hits the trifecta.
43.
Smooth. Got 6.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Kuzma outside. Tries a 10-footer. No good. Been long that time. Knicks leading by 7. Bridges with it. He's guarded by Oladipo. Here's Smooth. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
This is something you're seeing evolve with Mikal Bridges, expanding his playmaking abilities.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
NBA, he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career.
A new lineup here for New York. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Pass to Harden. It's Hart on the wing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he
Substitution
going with almost an entirely new group here. Williams is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Nance. Kuzma's checked in for Green. And Oladipo is subbed in for Damian Lillard. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jackson out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Williams in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Oladipo. No points yet. And he drives in. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll up the feed. The
I love the quick decision-making of Victor Oladipo, especially in the pick and roll, where he can slice and dice the defense with his passing ability.
Outside Anunoby. Here's Smooth. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Pacers delivered quite a performance. He contributed 31 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? That's the danger of letting him get into a groove.
43.
We'll see if it carries over into tonight, Brian.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Here's Smooth. And it's all from three-point range. The Bucks trail by 13. Pass to Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Throw down Kyle Kuzma. Level of aggression.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Oladipo. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. The officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Jalen Brunson picks one up. So it's New York in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. the second half upon us. We'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's smoothed in at the 3 slot. Here's Smooth, defended by Kuzma. Smooth shot is good.
OG
Man,
Anunoby.
he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Kuzma outside. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time, finding his teammate for the great look.
Bridges finds Brunson. Over Lillard. And it's Brunson missing. The Bucks trail by 14. Kuzma up top. Covered by Towns. It's Kuzma with the miss.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. New York shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Jackson, he's checked in for the Bucks.
The line for 1.
The Bucks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Lillard. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put 2 guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. Yeah.
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. The shot by Lillard, no good.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson with the bucket.
Assisted by
He drops yet another
number 43.
dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro. Hit me, I'm open.
Antetokounmpo inside. Anunoby coming. Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points. Now a timeout called by New York. Bobby Portis is checked in for Williams. Massey, he's checked in for New York. Just under 2.5 minutes into this 3rd quarter now. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Inside. Antetokounmpo finds Lillard. Looking to get it going. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
That's a great setup by Towns. You'd love to see that.
Substitution on the
Making some
court.
changes. Williams is checked in for Portis. Green comes in for Kuzma. And Victor Oladipo is subbed in for Jackson. Damian Lillard out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Williams. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Green in at small forward. That's the group from Milwaukee right now. Lillard with the ball. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
That's a great feat by Cat. Those assist numbers have improved big time over the years.
About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. And here is Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Bridges. Anunoby passes to Smooth. To the inside. Here's Towns. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Towns has got his first bucket in this one.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passes.
Here's Lillard. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Tremendous work defensively from Towns. His teammates love to see him send that thing back.
He gets it in there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Carl Anthony Towns. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Green. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Green.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fires from deep. Smooth. Shot is good. Smooth's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, as always, Jalen Brunson making the right play. This guy loves to set up his teammates.
Antetokounmpo against Anunoby. Antetokounmpo to pass to Green. Now here's Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Brunson. The rebound by Bridges.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Smooth shot is good. Smooth's got 16 in the second half.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to get this game away at this point.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. Hey, Greg, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Left in the final quarter. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Pass to Kuzma. Clock at 6. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's New York now. They're on a 13-4 run.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Smooth.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Bridges. Here's Smooth, defended by Kuzma. Lillard against Brunson. It's good.
Jalen Brunson.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Antetokounmpo against Anunoby. Antetokounmpo to pass to Kuzma. Can't hit from in close. Brunson surveys. Pass to Smooth. From outside the arc. Yes.
Number
and a
43.
nice assist from Brunson. Smooth's got 33.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job
Thanks for making the trip
focused
up
on the
tonight to
task
support
at
your
hand.
team.
And
Please
so
have a
New
seat
York
for the
takes
home
this
and
one
we'll
by a
be
big
back soon.
margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For
tips to up your game in 2K25. The first gameplay tip is switching. This gives you control over your defense whenever you want to match up the switch. Whatever console you're on, press the normal pass button to perform a switch. The second gameplay tip I have is icon lead passing. Go to your settings and turn this on. Whenever you're icon passing, you can lead your players around the court and gain control of your players using the left stick. My last gameplay tip is a takeover to equip on your best player. It's called Flash, but we call it Blur. Equip this on your favorite player, and whenever he has takeover, if you run after the defender's hip, you get an automatic blow by every time.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. And a look at the Knicks earlier on. Check out the focus they've got coming off that bus. So with Harden on the bench, here's the five for Tom Thibodeau right now. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Smooth. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the four spot. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson. And it's Mills in at the small forward spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Morant with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Towns. Great with how explosive John Moran is. At the line he for has your certainly Grizzlies, taken his fair John share of Moran. awkward fall.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at
Number 43. It's the three-point bomb.
Well, great feed there by Jalen Brunson, a terrific facilitator.
Morant against Brunson. Outside for Jackson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for a second violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Grizzlies. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And, you know, I think New York, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going.
The offensive rebound. And it's good for two.
And how about the hustle there from Brunson? Excellent work. Just using energy.
Morant looking around. Shoots over Brunson. And it's Morant missing. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Smooth. Edey with the rebound. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 7-point differential. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Now, here's Anunoby, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And it goes down 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Grizzlies off to a slow start. They trail by 9 points. Morant passes to Mills. Time to finish it off.
Anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
Here's Brunson, and he banks in the lane.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Morant. His last outing, he had 18 points. And a wide open look for Bane. Good.
Wow, Desmond Bane, among the most accurate shooters in the world.
Pass to Smooth. Fires the three. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And so it's Bane with it. They'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. So stand the Grizzlies. John Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, from the outside looking in. What a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Oh, no question. Because these teams only play twice a year, this game will mean a lot more to them.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Now here's Pippen. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Passes it to Hart. On the wing, Harden. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pippen against Harden. Outside Pippen. And the pass to Bain. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Capella. Takes a 3. As he pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 4. Hart with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Bain. Over Harden. Bain, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
All the way up. The beard. Well, those were 2 loud points.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Harden. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's the kind of deed.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Grizzlies.
And so it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New York.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Jackson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Smooth in the last game against Milwaukee was outstanding. He scored 33 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that point. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now here's Morant. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game.
What a athleticism to use. Jackson rises up.
Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Jackson.
Yeah, easy call.
Number 43.
Memphis shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
First team foul.
And 74%
At
has
the
been
line
the
for two.
on the season thus far.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits both from the stripe. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Bridges outside. Passes it to Boucher. Fires from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Boucher's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks. For Memphis, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The pass to Jackson. It's rebounded by New York. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Boucher, and he uses the glass on the lane. Boucher's got 5 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Morant against Brunson. That one's in there, but Elsewhere's got that 13 points, and that one coming from Morant.
Well, Morant has all the moves to find the way to score.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Some changes for Memphis. Clint Capella comes in for Jaren Jackson, and Pippen subbed in for Jackson. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. James Harden, he's checked in for Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Morant. And Morant lays it down.
That's just a great dribble move by Morant. Quick and very shifty.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And the dunk by Robinson.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Substitution on the first half. That's the end of the first half with the score.
By 18. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
38.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. He seems smooth, really having a great game.
I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, he's a problem, no doubt about it. One that opposing teams have to tackle with every time he takes the floor.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Smooth out there with Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2.
And you can tell this is a priority for Brunson. He wants everyone involved.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Misses the step-back jump shot. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Offensive rebound. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Mills. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Brunson.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Smooth passes to Brunson. To the left side wing. Fires the 3. Smooth misses. The Grizzlies shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We'll take a look at the Grizzlies. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot.
When I look at Memphis, they are, in my eyes, one of the big surprises of the young season. I mean, no doubt the talent was there, but I just didn't think it would come together this fast.
Well, our coaches have done a great job. They had this team ready to go at the start of the season, playing better than we thought they would.
Morant against Brunson. Outside, Bain, down low. Here's Jackson on the money with the shot from the left block.
We know Jackson Jr. can shoot it, but this guy is 6'10", 242. He should feast inside.
Here's Brunson. Grizzlies with the rebound. Beatty's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant against Bridges. And it's Morant missing. The Knicks leading by 18. Pass to Smooth. 3-pointer. That falls. High speed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Bridges shot. Good.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Brunson against Morant. Outside, Bain. Jackson in the corner. They grab their own miss.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pass to Hart. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Passes it to Harden. And again, it's New York.
James Harden.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
There's the pass to Bain. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bridges kicks to Hart. And good that time. Hart's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
To the paint. The 9-foot shot. It's rebounded by New York.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this.
3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Knicks as they end the 3rd quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things.
Substitution on the
Ends up
court.
going with the new group. New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. They've got Clint Capella, also Rudy out there. Jackson is out there with Morant. And it's Mills in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Morant outside. Here's Jackson. No good that time. New York's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Pass to Smooth. Here's Beauchamp. Outside Robinson. Pass to Smooth. Beyond the arc. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession. Wiggins checked in for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hart's checked in. And it's Mills with the ball for Memphis. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Morant kicks to Mills. And it's blocked. And they're on the break.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Smooth.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right
Substitution for your
decision.
Grizzlies. Brook Lopez. Jalen Smith. Desmond Bain.
Here's Pippen, and Lopez has it in the corner. Back to Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson with the ball, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Smooth, guarded by Morant. It's Hart on the wing. Here's Smooth. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And it's Morant missing. Smooth sailing for New York. The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. Here's Smooth. Takes the 3. It's Hart on the wing. Here's Smooth. Yep, it's good.
They just blocked out the
That's
noise,
the end of the
kept
game.
on grinding, and this is
Thanks
their
for
reward.
coming out tonight.
It is
You made
always
this
a
real
special
special.
feeling
The
winning on
team
the road.
appreciates
The
your
degree
support.
of difficulty
Please get
adding
home
to that
safe.
sense of accomplishment.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd
Have you ever noticed logos above certain My Players in the city?
You may have seen one on yours truly, and it's a way to identify VIPs in the 2K community.
In 2K25, Team 2K TV has seen action with Kings guard Keon Ellis, Blazer center DeAndre Ayton, and you never know who you might run into next.
Notice that NBA logo? That's a real player you could be hooping with or against. You might see logos for musicians.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Smooth in at small forward. And for Atlanta, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Here's Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. Takes the three. Connects from downtown.
And this is why the coaching staff just continues to encourage Jalen Johnson. Dynamite off the catch.
Anunoby against Johnson. Here's Smooth. And the three-pointer goes.
Oh, you've got to love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Young. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Risache, no good. Here's Smooth. That's it. Coming off an assist from Towns. Smooth's got 5 now.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, BA, tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. The kick out to Young. Offline with a 3.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Pass to Bridges. Brunson taking his time here. Anunoby on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And he buries his first look.
Excellent focus from Anunoby. Wasn't going to let that bump get to his head.
Young against Brunson. Young, the pass to Johnson. Into the lane.
New York foul. Number 43. His first. Team's first.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Risache. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Hawks trail by 4. And here's Young to the left wing. There's the triple. Here's Johnson. And Anunoby pulls it down. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Smooth. Coming off a solid outing against Memphis.
OG. You can see the length that time with OG stretching out to finish.
For Atlanta, they've gone only 2 of 6 from the field. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Smooth, pass to Towns. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
And this is probably a game they've been looking forward to since these guys bounced them from the playoffs last year.
Make some noise for your ATL Dancers.
Missing on his first trip. Free throw, no good for Young. With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Yeah, at 6'11", 250 pounds, Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Johnson against Anunoby. Pass to Risache. Kick out to Johnson. 2 on the clock. Well, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 26 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. We should have expected a game like that, given his impressive form of late. We'll see if he keeps it going tonight. Brian?
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And New York has possession following the score by Atlanta. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The lefty listed at 6'1", Jalen Brunson. It's a bit of a different man.
Conclusion.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Hawks 41, the Nets 39.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Brunson on the floor for New York. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Smooth in at the 3 spot.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Young against Brunson. Beyond the arc. That one is off. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Anunoby. Yep, that one goes. Anunoby's got 8 points.
Number 43.
Atlanta's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Pass to Okongwu. Now Young. Down low. Okongwu, no good. New York leading by 3. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control. I just love the ball movement.
They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Daniels passes to Young. Elbow shot on the way. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Pass to Brunson. And he comes up with a bucket. That's an 8-point New York lead.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And here are the top playmakers over the last 10 games as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Third is Trae Young.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
Pass to Shea. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Atlanta shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And out on the wing, Zach Shea has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Smooth, no good.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Bridges.
A fantastic defender in Anunoby is still positioning himself perfectly for these blocks.
The three from Shea. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to a spot, capitalize, and continue to make right. That one stings there, hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Daniels passes to Young. Pass to Daniels. Six to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. From deep, Johnson to take the lead. And it's New York with a rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5.
And that's hard. He can beat you equally off the dribble or off the catch.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Shea, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Young, and that one good. Now it's a 6-point New York lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet. It's come up big a few times for them.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Towns with a rebound. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Shea. Back to Kongwu. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Marty, that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Towns. Here's Anunoby. The 3 is up. That one's good. It's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 3 assists tonight.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Oh, got a piece of it. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
They're pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
New York making a switch here. Bridges is checked in. Brunson against Young. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Shoots from the elbow. Ricochet, no good. Knicks leading by 7. Towns passes to Smooth. Bridges outside. Pass to Smooth. Puts up a deep 3. Second chance shot. And Towns with the lay-in.
And that's the kind of physicality you want to see from Cat, using his size down low.
Young against Brunson. Over to the wing. The 3 from Ricochet. Sinks it from distance. Ricochet's got 26 points.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Smooth. And it gets out. And the Knicks lead by 8.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding it.
Right wing. The 3 from Ricochet. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop it.
Elbow shot. The rebound by Atlanta.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It'll cost you another play.
Okongwu, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Onyeka Okongwu. His first. Team first.
Now Bridges. This one's for 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort for the squad.
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 8. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd. The 3 from Ricochet. Kept alive. Okongwu with the ball.
Just owning the offensive glass right now. Just refusing to let up.
Well, we saw the same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Team second.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Just really impressed with the player that Jalen Brunson has become in the NBA. He has mastered the fundamentals.
And here are the Hawks now. 3 seconds separating the shot between balls. Johnson slams it in.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
And so they foul intentionally.
Shooting for New York, Jalen Brunson. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're losing by 8. 20 seconds left in the 4th. Your thoughts, guys?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
So New York wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.